Hi, my name is Brooke Hagerty. Welcome to today's episode of For the Love of Food. Today we're going to talk about chicken salad. Not just one way, but two ways. How do you make a great chicken salad, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. First of all, you start with great chicken. What I'm using for my chicken salad is a combination of white meat and dark meat. I like the white meat for my chicken salad because it is lighter, it doesn't have as much fat, and it's just better for you. But we all like a little bit of extra flavor, and you get that extra flavor from the dark meat in the chicken. So what I have is I have a cooked white, all white boneless chicken breast, and I have a bone-in, skin-on chicken thigh. I've baked them both together. I baked them with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, a little salt, a little pepper, a little garden herb seasoning. Put them both on a baking sheet in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. And this is how they came out. This is going to create a nice, nice flavorful, extra flavor-filled chicken salad for us. You see, I've already got some cut up here. I'm going to go ahead and get these cut up. We're going to cut them up very nice and easy. It's going to be a nice dice on here. This chicken has already been cooled. Traditionally, when I do my chicken salad, though, I like to cut my chicken when it's still a little bit warm, because the chicken will absorb the flavors that you're going to be adding to it. So, but you can do it either way. Either way, these are still going to be two great recipes. The first way that we're going to be doing the chicken today is what I call a little bit more traditional style. We're going to be adding a Granny Smith apple, we're going to be adding some celery, and we're also going to be adding some walnuts to them. If you've got nut allergies, of course, you can omit the walnuts from this. Look how beautiful this chicken thigh is. I mean, it is just so moist and flavorful. I mean, it's just oozing. Turn me into chicken salad. Turn me into chicken salad. Okay, so our first chicken salad, we're going to have apples, Granny Smith apples, celery, walnuts. It's going to be made with ranch dressing. We're going to make our own homemade ranch and Dijon mustard and some beautiful fresh parsley today. So our second chicken salad today is going to be a Chinese chicken salad, which is going to be a much lighter version of traditional chicken salad. No mayonnaise, no ranch dressing, no mustard. Just going to have a little bit of rice wine vinegar, a little bit of sesame oil, a nice crunch of a wasabi piece. There are going to be some oranges in there. It's going to be really, really nice. So let me get my hands cleaned up. Get my hands cleaned up. We're going to put our chicken aside for a minute, and we are going to work on our ranch dressing. Ranch dressing is not that difficult to make. Very easy with simple ingredients. Traditionally people use a sour cream. Today I'm going to use a Greek yogurt today. So I'm going to take a little bit of Greek yogurt. First take my top off from there. A little bit of Greek yogurt. And some squeezed mayonnaise, a little bit of mayonnaise in there. A little extra moisture, I'm going to use buttermilk. A little bit of buttermilk right in here. Okay. And I'm going to stir this up a little bit first. Make sure it's to a consistency that will be easy to use for the chicken salad to mix up with. Maybe a little bit more buttermilk here. Again, you can do this all to your desired consistency. There doesn't have to be an exact recipe for this. You want to if you want to make more or less, this will hold up in your refrigerator in a Tupperware style container for up to a week. So you can use it as dip for carrots and celery for the kids this summer when you're out at the pool. And that way you know exactly what's going into what you're feeding your children. Okay, so this is a nice consistency here. Ooh, and it smells good even with nothing in it so far. And I'm going to use some garden herb seasoning. The garden herb seasoning has some delicious dried seasonings in here. There's dried tomatoes, peppers, garlic, onion, It's just really, really nice. But be careful when you're at your store. Make sure you buy one that is salt-free because you don't need any extra salt in your diet. And speaking of salt, I am going to add a little bit of salt to this. This is one of my favorites, which is truffle salt today. There's just a couple pinches of that in there. You can see it's taking shape with the specks of flavor you can see in there. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon pepper in there, because we all know I love lemon pepper. The biggest thing with lemon for me is that lemon never really masks the flavor of anything you're using it with. It sort of takes on and enhances the flavor that's already there. I'm also going to add some fresh parsley to this today. This is flat leaf Italian parsley. I prefer this to the curly parsley. I think I just like the bigger leaves, to be honest with you. But whatever parsley you have on hand, if you've got it growing outdoors in your backyard herb garden, or if it's coming from the grocery store or from your local farmer's market, whatever parsley you like. Again, this is basically to add color to it. If you wanted to, you could also put basil in here, or traditionally it's going to have dill in here. But I think today we're going to do the parsley. And I think part of the reason for that is because my dill plant has been invaded by something, and apparently some of the little critters outside of my backyard like dill. So we are using the parsley. We're going to chop that down good, and we're going to mix it up. And I'm noticing, as I've been stirring this up, I don't necessarily need to whisk it, because it's blending together quite beautifully. I'm going to grab a little taste of this. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. You get a little bit of the salt coming through. The tanginess of the Greek yogurt is mellowed beautifully by the mayonnaise and a little bit of the buttermilk. And again, we've got a nice consistency. Okay, so there's our base for our chicken salad. It's going to be that ranch dressing. We're going to need to add some things to our chicken salad. So today we're going to add celery, just a few ribs of celery. And I'm cutting them down lengthwise, and then I'm going to just put them into a nice dice. I'm not going to do them, I can do them too big, I'm not going to do them too little. A lot of times this will have to do with how your family feels about celery in their dish. If your family does not like celery in their dish, then you might want to chop it a little bit finer, so that way they're not really noticing it. Okay, so we've got some nice celery there. That's really, really pretty and very, very fragrant. One of my favorite things to put in the chicken salad is a Granny Smith apple. I love the Granny Smith apple in there because it's so amazingly tart. And it really, really just takes the chicken salad to another dimension. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut two sides off from there. And again, we're going to dice these. Again, to your design. Beautiful, tart, absolutely delicious. I'm going to get my apple ends back together here so it's easier for me to slice down. I'm going to use about a half an apple in this recipe, but again, you want to do this to your desired consistency of how much you're cooking, how many people you're cooking, how many people you're planning to serve, and what your thoughts are on apple. You can use any apple in here. Again, I like to use the Granny Smith because I do like the tartness of it. And I like to have big pieces in there. Okay. Our final piece that we're going to add to this is walnuts. Just a little bit of walnuts. It's going to add a little bit of extra crunch. You can use any nuts in here that you like. This is also great with pecans or cashews. I just happened to have walnuts on hand. It was what was in my pantry today. So, a lot of people sometimes people don't want to keep walnuts because they think that they're going to go rancid. Great place to keep your nuts is to keep them in the freezer. I usually always have nuts in my freezer, but I go through them enough that I can keep them in my cabinet and they're just fine. Okay, so we've got our celery, we've got our Granny Smith apple, we have our walnuts, we have our beautiful homemade ranch. Now we're going to grab our chicken. Again, the chicken that we're using today is going to be the white breast meat chicken that we cooked earlier, along with the chicken thighs. And I cut the chicken breast with a knife, and the chicken thighs, I just pulled them off from the bone. They've got extra moisture in there. It's just going to add another dimension, another texture to our chicken salad. Okay, let's go ahead and start adding. Now, because we've got so many flavors already in our chicken, we're probably not going to need to add any additional seasoning, but we'll see that as we go along. Okay, so I've got my celery, I've got some apple in there, and I've got some nuts. We're going to go ahead and use our best utensil ever, and that is our hands. I love to use my hands when cooking. I want to feel it, feel the food in my hand. It's just like when I'm out in the garden. I love to feel the dirt in my hand. Okay, so look how pretty that is so far. I think we'll add a little bit of parsley in there because that'll add a little extra color. Just going to cut that up real quickly there. And get a little wipe on my hands. I'm always talking about unexpected flavors in food. Well, one thing that people don't necessarily expect to have in their chicken salad is a little bit of tang. Well, we're going to add a little bit of tang today with a little bit of Dijon mustard. Didn't put it in our buttermilk ranch dressing because I didn't want to. That's why I didn't put it in there. But for my chicken salad, I just want a little bit of extra tang. So I'm just going to put just a little bit in here. Maybe about, when all is said and done, about a tablespoon. And then my buttermilk ranch dressing. Pour that in. And let's get that spooned up. We'll mix that. See what our consistency looks like there. Oh, this looks really, really pretty, everyone. It smells good. It smells nice and fresh. The celery and the apple are really popping in there. Okay, terrific. That is absolutely a beautiful little chicken salad. I'm going to put some more parsley in there just for a little bit more color. I think I'll just tear these pieces up. Imagine this on your table. For your guests to use. You have a nice little roll on the side or a pita. Put it in a whole wheat pita with some beautiful greens, and you've got a gorgeous, gorgeous summer salad sandwich. Okay, so there we go there. Now I'm going to get ready and I'm going to show you how to do the Chinese chicken salad. Let me get all this cleaned up and I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. I'm all set up now for my Chinese chicken salad. Chinese chicken salad, again, no mayonnaise in the Chinese chicken salad. It's going to have a little bit of sesame oil, a little bit of rice wine vinegar, the famous rooster sauce that everybody loves, nice and spicy, so this is going to have some tang to it. It's going to have a little orange in there, a little lime. It's going to have carrot. It's going to have some gorgeous fresh ginger that I've already peeled a little bit of that, and we're going to grate that down right into our salad. It's going to have some red onion, and it's going to have some gorgeous, gorgeous purple cabbage. So I'm going to start off with my cabbage. Let's get the cabbage out of here. And this salad, this is all about making every flavor pop that we've got going. So I'm going to take my cabbage. I'm going to get it down. It's going to be a big, hearty salad. Nice, big, long strips of cabbage here. This gorgeous red and purple color of the cabbage, depending on if you're colorblind or not, is really going to be beautiful with this chicken. And I'm going to leave this cabbage long. I'm going to leave it cut lengthwise rather than dice it up. Just because, again, I want a different texture for everything. So I've got my cabbage here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some carrot. I've washed this carrot. I'm going to leave the skin on the carrot. I'll just cut the end off here so we're not getting that little end. And I'm just going to shave this carrot right down in here. Again, long pieces of carrot. It's going to go gorgeous in our salad. So we've got this beautiful carrot that's going to be a part of here. Beautiful long strips. It's going to go gorgeous with our chicken when we add it to our chicken. You can tell already how pretty these colors are. Okay, so there's some carrot down in there. I'm going to take some red onion. I'm just going to slice the end off my red onion here so I have a nice, nice base to work with so I can get my onion down nice and thin. Whoop! Nice and thin, Brooke. There, a nice thin slice of red onion. Red onion, purple onion, whatever you want to call it, it's beautiful. So that's going to go here. You can't have a Chinese chicken salad without mandarin oranges. But I didn't have mandarin oranges in my cabinet, but what I did have on my countertop was a beautiful little Clementine orange. So I'm just going to peel my Clementine orange. And we're going to take the segments of it. I love these little Clementine oranges. I find that they're perfect if you need something quick and easy on the go for breakfast or as a nice snack. Or again, it's a great addition to the Chinese chicken salad that we're making today. Take all that, take the pith out and the skin out, and just go ahead and separate our segments. I think I'm going to use the whole thing except for the piece I'm about to eat. A lot of juice in there. And these are really, really nice. A nice golden color to this. I'm going to leave these a little bit on the side because we're going to want to sprinkle a little bit on the top of our salad. Okay, so then we're going to add some lime. You know, I love to use lime and lime zest, lime juice. I'm going to zest a little bit of lime right on top of what we already have cut up here, which is our celery, excuse me, our cabbage, our carrots, and our onion. I'm going to put a little bit right over top of the orange as well so that can start to infuse in there just a little bit. Because you like to build your flavors. Building your flavors is very important when you're cooking. Okay, so we've got that there. And then I've got my ginger. This is fabulous, fresh ginger. Fantastic. If you don't have fresh ginger in your refrigerator, I'm going to suggest to you that you get it and you keep it. You can buy it very inexpensively. Keep it in your refrigerator in a Ziploc bag, or you can keep it in your freezer. If you're going to keep it in your freezer, make sure you keep the skin on and only cut off what you need when you take it out of the freezer and just pop the rest of it back in. If you leave the skin on when you freeze it, it gets sort of a little bit, I don't want to say crystally, but a little crystally. And so that's the word I'm going to use. So you don't want that. But you do want fresh ginger. If you don't have fresh ginger, by all means, use the powdered ginger, or you can get liquid ginger form as well. Okay, and I'm just going to grate this right down. You can see the nice pieces coming out. And right here. Look at that, how pretty that is. That'll go right here, and that's going to mix beautifully when we add our chicken to the dish. We're also going to use a little radish today. I've already cleaned this radish, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice that down nice and thin. We're going to use this as a garnish. I've been using radishes a lot lately, and I've actually got some pickling, so we're going to see those in a future episode of For the Love of Food. Pickled radishes are amazing. Okay, so we've got that there. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Some more ingredients that we're going to be adding. We want a little crunch going into our salad. So we're going to add some water chestnuts. I like to use, instead of a sliced water chestnut, because I want to put another texture into my salad, I bought whole water chestnuts. So I just cut it in half and then just slice it down. So we got a little bit bigger pieces that are going to go directly into our chicken salad. And as you can see, once it's cut up, it looks a little bit like your chicken, so you're not exactly sure what flavor you're going to get right now. If you're going to get the crunch of the water chestnut, or if you're going to get the beautiful juiciness of the chicken. So always a surprise when you're eating. That's what I like. Good surprises, not necessarily bad surprises. Okay, so we've got our water chestnut, but the water chestnut with the orange slices. We're going to put our radish slices aside, and we're going to grab our chicken. It's time to start assembling our chicken salad. So what we're going to do for our chicken salad, we see we've got the rest of the chicken that we had. I'm making a bigger portion of this because I absolutely love a Chinese chicken salad. It is one of my favorite things to eat. So we're going to start flavoring our chicken up a little bit. So what I've got is a little bit of sesame oil, and just a little bit. This is maybe 2 pounds of chicken. This is maybe a teaspoon of sesame oil. Sesame oil is very, very strong. You don't need a lot of it. One of my other favorite ingredients is rice wine vinegar. Love rice wine vinegar, very, very soft on the palate, but still packs a lot of flavor, but you're not going like that with vinegar, like you normally do with a regular vinegar. Rice vinegar, a little softer, a little easier. Okay, so we've got there. Now we're going to start adding our ingredients. This is our red cabbage, our carrot, and our red onion, along with our ginger, or fresh grated ginger, and our lime zest. And you see how pretty this is. Look at the gorgeous colors that are coming out of that. Now this is a salad that you want to serve right away, or within a day or so, because the red cabbage will bleed out into your chicken and turn it a little bit different colors. And sometimes the young ones aren't going to eat something that's a little bit of a different color. But this, oh my goodness, it smells beautiful. It's mixing gorgeous in there. Now I'm going to add my water chestnuts and orange segments to it. Again, we're just going to continue to let it set. Let it set up for an hour or so if you want to add some extra flavor, or you can do like I'm going to do and you can eat it right away. And we're going to serve both of these beautiful chicken salads in 2 different ways today. Okay, so our Chinese chicken salad is now made up. A gorgeous Chinese chicken salad right here. Again, we've got our white breast meat chicken, our chicken bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs that we cooked together, and then put them together with a little bit. They had a little salt and pepper, a little bit extra virgin olive oil on there. Put them together. Then for our Chinese chicken salad, we added purple cabbage or red cabbage, whatever you want to call it, red or purple onion. We added some lime in there. We added some beautiful shaved carrots that we just washed the carrot down and just use our vegetable peeler to add into it. We've also got some Clementine orange slices, or you can use canned mandarin oranges from the grocery store. Absolutely delicious. Some fresh grated ginger, some water chestnuts in there. But we need to add a little bit of tang to this, a little heat. This is very good like this, but I don't know about you. Sometimes I like a little heat with my food, and if I'm thinking about a Chinese style item, there's a little bit of heat involved. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my favorite Chinese hot sauce in here, just a little tiny bit, and we're going to get that stirred up. Whoops. We'll get that stirred up. Okay, so there we go. There we have our Chinese chicken salad. Again, very quick and simple to put together. The hardest part of this is baking the chicken and waiting for it to cool down a little bit so you can touch it and make your salad. Again, a lot of times when you make your chicken salad, when the chicken is still a little bit warm, add all of your ingredients then, because then the chicken will really absorb all of your additional flavors. So there's the Chinese chicken salad. Here is our more traditional chicken salad. Again, the white breast meat chicken, the chicken thighs. To this we added celery, Granny Smith apple, fresh parsley, and walnuts, as well as our homemade buttermilk ranch dressing. The homemade buttermilk ranch dressing today had buttermilk, had Greek yogurt, and had mayonnaise as your base for it. We put in some fresh parsley in there. You can add dill in there if you want to. We put a little lemon pepper, a little truffle salt, some really, really nice items. But you can use your imagination when it comes to these things. Or you can call me, the food chick, and I can get things ready for you. How are we going to serve all this today? Well, I'm going to start by serving our traditional chicken salad. Traditional chicken salad I'm going to do for us today in a beautiful pita. Absolutely gorgeous. You can toast your pita up if you want, pop it in the oven, or you can just do it cold. This is a pocket pita. So I've got a nice pocket pita. I'm going to fill my pocket with a little bit of greens. These are greens that I got from one of our local farmers markets here in Carroll County. Absolutely beautiful lettuces are happening right now in the county. Very excited about them. So we've got our greens, and we're going to pile this high with our chicken salad. Oh my goodness, is this pretty? And a nice surprise crunch to go onto our chicken salad. I have these fabulous sprouts that I got. Again, I got these from a local farmer's market right here in Carroll County. Fantastic. Be sure to stop by Hampstead, downtown Westminster, the Ag Center, Sykesville, Mount Airy. They've got them all. Look at that beautiful. Again, I'm going to go with my radish, a little radish for extra color on top. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so we've got our beautiful chicken salad in pita right there. Now our Chinese chicken salad. Let's lighten that one up a little bit. I'm going to use some gorgeous, gorgeous butter lettuce. Again, a local Carroll County farmers market. These are nice because they create little pockets. So it's easy to eat and fun to eat, and it gives you a carb-free meal. So my Chinese chicken salad here. Just going to grab a handful, put it inside of my lettuce leaf. Oh, these are good, good, good. 2 amazing chicken salad recipes. You can use your leftover rotisserie chicken if you like, leftover chicken from a barbecue if you like. Add the flavors that you want and make it taste absolutely delicious. Okay, so we want to add a little extra crunch to these though, too. At least I do. I like a little crunch in my food. And here's your surprise crunch for this. Wasabi peas. Yum. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous little wrap inside a beautiful butter lettuce sandwich, so to speak, and our traditional chicken salad on whole wheat pita with some beautiful sprouts and radish, and we can add a little radish here as well. Look at those amazing colors. Remember, folks, you eat with your eyes first, so make it pretty, and it'll go down pretty smooth for you. I'm Brooke Hagerty, the Food Chick. Have a great day. Mmm.